Oren Jelinas, number 87, gets the start. Luke Stout, injured, hasn't played since Syracuse. Was dressed and was getting some action this week is what we were told, Jules, so we'll see if he ever gets in the game here today.
Here we go.
Callahan winning the faceoff. Other than that, he has been outstanding, under 7 goals a game given up on average this season. Chuck Rawson's got it for Johns Hopkins. They swing it around, and a shot on the wing and a save from Fyock, that time from Matt Collison. Now it's McKenna. Turns, shoots, and scores. And Ohio State is on the board first. Jack McKenna with his 9th of the season.
Number 27 in red, Jack McKenna. Just a strong take to his right hand. Nothing complicated about this, just getting up the hash, getting his stick upfield. Yeah, and that's been a consistent theme for Ohio State over the years, just being very fundamentally sound defensively. And this year, their leader is Bobby Van Buren. He's a bona fide PLL draft pick.
Penalty coming up on Johns Hopkins. It doesn't matter as Marinier rips one through to make it 2-0 Buckeyes.
Talking about Van Buren being bona fide. How about Marinier, the goal scorer? This is his 35th goal of the year. Just great job setting up in the slot right there, off ball.
Dylan McGee controls it. McGee in front, shot, score. The one-timer, and a flag is down as White puts it through. Liam White took a hit, scores it for Ohio State, 3-0.
Dylan McGee shaking and baking here, drawing that Hopkins defense. We know those slides are going to come early, but then it's Liam White catching that pass. Fantastic eyes up opportunity by McGee to find White, and then he soaks that hit by Hopkins.
We're halfway through this first quarter. Gannon Matthews for Ohio State. Stutter step, takes it in, shoots, and the save is made. Good job there by Jelinas.
On top of the crease, too, that's not an easy save to make. Perhaps that's what's going to allow this Hopkins offense to then get settled in and feel like they can take a step offensively here. They haven't really done that in this first quarter.
Brooks English here up to Collison. And now the shot and the score from Dylan Bauer. That looked much better.
And this is why lacrosse is a beautiful game. You get a stop down there by Jelinas. You feel that momentum. Ball comes down offensively. You build off of it. Great ball movement. Collison just getting that ball down to Bauer. Up the hash. Get nothing complicated about it. Fundamental shot.
Feel like you're back in it here with 6 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the first quarter, albeit it's very early, but first quarter that's been dominated by the Buckeyes. Still loose here on the faceoff. Who wants it? Blue Jays.
Number 51 in white. He's got a short stick. I would love to see him go from that corner versus Ari Allen here.
Here's Rawson. Feeds it in front, the shot and the save from Fyock on the offering that time from Brooks English, and he's going to get it back.
Reset for the Hopkins offense.
Okay. Rawson again, spins it back in front. Another one, there it is, and it's Eric Chick falling down. The bouncer goes through, and the Blue Jays are within 1.
This is a massive, massive goal for this Hopkins offense. They've been testing Fyock all game long. A team that's not mature would get rattled. Hopkins right now, they had to take a step in terms of this offense and them showing, hey, we're just going to continue to find the right opportunities. And Eric Chick gets in front of the cage again, and they buried.
Turner again. The one-on-one defense, not too bad so far here for the Blue Jays.
And for the Blue Jays, a much different defensive style than the Buckeyes. You see, they'll sit back and they'll hedge.
Marinier's shot, it was saved by Jelinas, but Ohio State gets it back, and now an unsettled situation. They're going to score as Marinier gets it back and fires it through. That's tough, too, because Jelinas made the save, just wasn't able to clean it up in front.
Tough on Jelinas. Beautiful offense out of Ohio State here. Just watch Jelinas trying to pick this up. Just an unfortunate little bounce there Ohio State's able to get that ground ball, Ed Sheehan, and then just getting that ball around, getting in and out of their stick quickly. Marigny's the beneficiary on the backside.
Working it behind the cage, Cannon Matthews. Reverses direction, gets inside of his defender, shoots, and a save from Jelinas. Who scored the goal here today with Dylan Bauer, the 2 for the Blue Jays. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bauer behind the net, the feed in front. Oh, what a play! Scoring for Chick on the feed from behind the net, and the shot clock was at 5. Charlie Eiler found him. It's a 1-goal game once again.
What an unbelievable handle out of Chick inside. I really don't even know how he caught this ball. That's such a small window out of Eiler.
I don't even know where the window was for him to be able to catch and shoot that ball. And now they win the faceoff here with Logan Callahan. He goes in and shoots, and the save from Fyock. And it is picked up by Ohio State here with Bobby Van Buren.
And you could see the energy out of Fyock there before when they let
Collison and Chavette. Chavette, he gets in front, he shoots, and Fyock got a piece of it. Eiler. Here comes a slide, and he gets away, gets in front, he shoots, and Fyock got another save, diving down his 6th of the day.
Just getting his body down there.
And that's why he's 2nd in the nation in goals against average and 1st in save percentage. Shane O'Leary here for Ohio State. On the feed, on the shot, the score, it's Marigny. Hat trick today here in the 2nd.
Marigny just always seems to be in the right spot at the right time. Moment this week. One part was unforced turnovers on the offensive side of the ball, but the other part was playing into deep possessions, allowing their defense to take breaks.
Opportunity here, Fyock on the save from Chavette. They had to put it on as the shot clock was down to 5 again. It's a loose ball, and it's picked up by the Blue Jays. They'll have another crack at it. Call him Big Tasty. He's been standing strong as he has been all season. Another one. His 8th save and the 5th here in this 2nd quarter. Hard one to take there for Johns Hopkins. Ohio State now has a chance to double up their advantage here. Double up the Blue Jays. 5-3, 2nd quarter. Nice move, inside shot, score, Ben Mayer. Falling down, puts it in. His first goal today, his 10th of the season, and it is now 6-3 Ohio State.
And this is just high-level offense out of the Ohio State Buckeyes. It's Van Mayer getting to the front of the cage, soaking the hit, putting Ohio State up 6-3.
Blue Jays. Pass in front, another save from Fyock, and it was that time Stuart Phillips. Here's Matthews. Nice, getting the shot free was Alex Marigny for his 4th today. Too much space there, Jules.
Way too much space for Marigny. I said it earlier, Mike. He's just always in the right spot. Always in the right spot. And unlike on the Hopkins team right now, their shooters are not shooting with this kind of conviction. Watch Marigny, he catches this ball. He knows for a fact that he's getting this on cage and he's gonna bury it. Watch how much confidence he has in that shooting streak. Players, just the opportunities they have to get those shots off over the course of their development.
Yeah, agreed on all that too, and just the way this team is playing overall too. Everybody's playing with confidence, including this guy again, Marigny. He's got 5, and right on cue, Jules, the way you said it, and he shows us again.
There was a player a few years back at Ohio State, I'm sure you know the name, Trey Leclerc. It looks like he's shooting the ball like Trey Leclerc would shoot the ball. When he would shoot the ball, when he play Ohio State, the ball would leave his stick. It was going 100 miles an hour.
Tack on another. Now you got 20 seconds remaining here. Jimmy Ayers. Ball's loose down front of the cage. Fayok, and he's going to get it. There's still time here. He's got 10 saves on the day. The outlet pass picked up by Johnny Cool. Here's Cool for Ohio State. He shoots, and the save is made by Jelinas to hold it at an 8-3 game. Chavette. English. Back over to Chavette. Down low, shot, save, Fayok, another one. And this time on the rebound, can't stop that one. And the Blue Jays and Rawson put it through.
Tremendous skip pass out of Charlie Eiler there. Then one more pass out of Chavette. Rawson gets up the hash. Johnny on the spot. Not the first one, but the second one. Keeping with it, Fayok could not get back in position.
For the Blue Jays, Stuart Phillips. Check. In front, turnaround shot, scoring. It's Ayers. That's tough to see.
Aaron check. Watch yourself. That little hesitation, we'll see. This is subtle. Right there. Drops the Ohio State defender and then finds his teammate on the crease. Ayers. That was nifty.
McKenna. Jack McKenna. Turns, shoots, and he scores and gets it right back for the Buckeyes.
Mike, this is a carbon copy of Jack McKenna's first goal we saw in the first quarter, where he's just too big, too strong, just getting up the hash there, leaning in on number 6 for Johns Hopkins.
Yeah.
He could have held on to that for a half more second, just to build up that confidence that he's had this whole game, but he rushed that one.
And this one's going to go in here for Johns Hopkins from Brooks English.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky. And against Caleb, big tasty Fayok, you got to get some of these.
We want to see different from him out of the second half.
I just get involved more. I just want to see him have the ball in his stick. Every time he seems to have it, something good happens. Whether he drew the penalty last time, that assist he had there. I didn't even know he had that in his bag. If he could pass like that, we want to see him dodging more and more.
Right. Fayok was able to clean it up, and he does a really good job of that too this season in ground balls. He's over 30 on the campaign, and sometimes everyone else is fighting for it. He's just like, boom, I got it. In front, shot, score it, and the Buckeyes with Garrett Haas. It's that transition again.
Just fundamentally sound lacrosse here, Mike. Ohio State pushing transition. Number 34, Blake Island to Marinier. And then Haas is the beneficiary on the crease. Just a little bit of a pump high. Wrap his hands, extend around the keeper. Love to see a little bit of a two-man game action. Yep, exactly. Ayers goes set one for Eiler. Potentially get a step or a switch.
Oh, Eiler, nice move in front. He shoots and scores. Got in front of Kyle Foster that time, and a nice move to put one through for the Blue Jays.
This Blue Jays offense is at their best when they spread Ohio State out. Don't let Ohio State pack it in and slide to them as aggressively as they have been. Here we put two men behind the cage. It's Ayers and Eiler. And Eiler just getting in front of the cage here, absorbing the contact. Right, it's right there, absorbs that contact out of Foster, uses it to his advantage, gets back underneath, dip and dunk.
Here today, Chick has two. We got Rawson, Ayers, English, Eiler, Bauer. Fight for it here. Whistle. And it's going against Ohio State.
They've come out in the second half with tremendous energy and just a different kind of fight in them.
Chavette up top here for Collison. Looking, nice feed in front, the shot, the score from Bauer. Dylan Bauer, and he's made it a two-goal game.
that tremendous vision that we saw before out of Collison. He does it again here with his right hand, getting the ball to Bauer, and it just feels like it's all Johns Hopkins here in the second half so far.
Yeah, and one big difference between just the Hopkins defense and the Ohio State defense, Hopkins is going to slide quickly. So Ohio State has to be prepared for that. Right now, I think they're dodging and holding the ball a little bit too long.
Mayer, behind the back, no. And Haas, closest to it. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Haas, he shoots, he scores. Unleashing right off the restart. And the Buckeyes get one back here.
And Mike, it just felt like eventually one of these was gonna go. Garrett Haas getting up the hash with his left hand. No slide in sight for the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. That's unlike them. That little flick of the wrist, just getting past goal line extended. That is an elite shot.
Ohio State, Griffin Turner. Behind the net here. Toss. Gets in front and he scores. That is 3 in a row by him for Ohio State. And they take a 4-goal lead.
The sophomore Garrett Haas out of Fairview, Texas, with a massive take. This is a sophomore stepping up in a Big Ten game here, taking his defender to the rack.
Not too hot, not too cold, not a crazy wind here, right?
And the weather is holding up perfectly. Yep. And Collison's getting to his left hand.
Fayok on the save. And goes down. Is he okay? Yeah, with the injury having to stop play, he has to come out. And then, of course, he was like, okay, I'm doing all right. I can go right back in. It was just great to see him be able to come right back in, that it wasn't more serious than that as he makes the save, and it seems to be okay. It's behind the net. For Haas, who has the last 3 for the Buckeyes. Number 2, back to Marinier, too much space. And we've seen it now 6 times today.
Mike, I don't know what to say at this point about Alex Marinier. First of all, the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays cannot keep giving him this much space. You have to recognize, if you're Johns Hopkins, who you're leaving to go double team the ball with, and you're letting Alex Marinier, who has 5 goals and now 6 goals, step in, not from 10, but then crow hop towards Jack Webb from 8 yards with a strong hand. His shooting stroke today has just been off the charts.
Yeah, that's a bad combination with your third-string goalkeeper for Johns Hopkins and the leading goal scorer for Ohio State. He now has 40 goals on the season. First shot of this quarter by Ohio State.
But Chauvet is the gunslinger, the higher gunslinger, lefty. It's Collison, but Chauvet leads them in terms of goals on this side, lefty. And then you have Marinier on this side.
And you also have this with Gannon Matthews for Ohio State, as they now have their largest lead of the day at 6, 14-8.
And it's starting to feel like momentum has just completely shifted away from the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. McKenna with a strong up the hash take again with his head up this time. Finding Gannon Matthews on the backside. He settles in. Just a smooth, fundamental overhand stroke.
Let me ask this in terms of defensively and sliding coming in. You know, you have your game plan, you have your knowns. Traditionally, and here comes a flag as Fayok goes down again, and Rawson was working in.
But you just feel a sense of brotherhood. And Myers talked about it, but you're seeing it in real time happen here today.
They called it a hold of 30 seconds, so extra man opportunity here for Hopkins. We haven't had many today. Fayok on the save. Liam Burke is in. 19 in white, he has it. Burke being hounded, going down. Oh, the pickup, the shot, and the score for Eric Chick. They'll take it.
You hear the band playing. Eric Chick, number 10. Again, right place, right time. The Johns Hopkins Blue Jays put one away, and they do not want to give this one up on homecoming weekend.
We haven't really seen Collison attack his matchup from that top left corner where the big sign is. I would have loved to see him catch the ball as Rawson.
Well, Bauer gets it in front for Rawson, who does score it here with 2:02 to go.
might just be a little bit too late at this point. Rawson catches that ball on the inside, showcasing his stick handling ability off the tremendous feed from Dylan Bauer, just finding him there, that little twister.
No goals, had an assist earlier in the first quarter and then had one in the third. It was a really good job by this Blue Jays team to start the third quarter. They scored 3 of the first 4 goals. There's Fayak once again, talking about a good job.